The internet is the best place to witness real spirits or ghosts, or simply videos with no explanation. Adding to the lot is this latest viral video, shared in a Facebook group called Ghosts Caught on Camera by a user named Brianna Granados on May 29th of this year. The 10-second clip shows the recording of a kitchen closed at midnight, and at the beginning of the video, everything seems normal, but suddenly a tentacle-like thing close to the camera appears on the right side of the frame. It stays on the side and moves the camera towards it. But the identity of whatever that was is not revealed. The poster of the clip goes into more detail on it in the caption. So according to her, they have experienced strange things in their mom's house since, well, as long as they can remember. We're talking loud banging noises, utensils falling, footsteps, all the usual suspects. She wrote further that they always had the feeling they weren't the only ones living there. And then recently, there's been a lot more activity. So, Mommy Dearest sets up a motion detector camera, and now we get this. The poster revealed that they recorded a few orbs, and then we've got this little, I don't know what. So adding on to the details, this was recorded after 10 o'clock, around midnight, while everybody was asleep. But then you get a notification being like, oh hey, there's movement in the living room, and then this is what we got. So then it's concluded with, does anybody have any thoughts or ideas as to what this could be? And I don't know, so let me know what you think in the comments, folks. Security cameras at the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, or TALA, in Lewis County captured something that seemingly can't be explained. A video that is timestamped as of May 31st at 7:45 p.m. earlier this year shows items falling off a shelf in the Asylum gift shop. Now this place closes at 6 p.m., so in the Facebook post, the Asylum said that during the video, the doors were locked, the windows were closed. The TALA shared the video on social media, and it went pretty viral, had about 150,000 views, and people have speculated in the comment section being like, hey, I don't know. Some folks think this is a definite sign of the paranormal. Everybody else is like, hey, great marketing stunt. The TALA, formerly known as the Old Weston State Hospital, was a treatment center for mentally ill patients. It was open from 1864 to 1994. Originally built to house about 250 people, at its peak in the 1950s, 2,400 people were housed there, and thousands are now buried in the cemetery in unmarked graves. Turns out there's a lot of speculation about possible paranormal activity at the hospital. There's ghost tours, there's private ghost hunts, and around Halloween they've got one of the most well-known haunted house experiences in West Virginia. Well, outside of the theme parks. Back in 2022, there was a news station that interviewed TikTok famous ghost hunter, Kalani Ghost Hunter, after he visited the asylum, and he's like, yeah, even if you don't believe in the paranormal, apparently this place is super creepy. Also, it's pretty cool with architecture, cause it is considered the largest hand-cut masonry building in North America. But still, that many ghosts? I don't know if I want to go there or if I want to avoid it. Uploaded on September 1st, so just recently, this next footage was apparently caught on a surveillance camera directed at the corridor outside a public housing site. So if we look in the background, you can see a public bus, we loved public transport, and the video, which apparently showed a Friday 10 p.m.'s timestamp indicating it is a real-time recording, well, it gives us a clear view of the dim corridor devoid of any activity at night. The caption of the video says that their parcel was delivered, and then they checked, but like the parcel's not there. So then they watched the CCTV playback, and they're like, oh, what's going on? And then the in-video caption added, please tell me it isn't just me seeing things. So as the video continues to play, strange things begin to get captured on camera. So at first, the package that was apparently delivered and left on top of a stack of recycling boxes and shoe rack suddenly fell to the ground without any reason. And then within seconds, a shadowy figure materialized, even though it was barely noticeable. Its shape could be faintly made out, but only when it moved, and it contrasted with the white wall along the corridor. So when the video is slowed down, it appears to be an apparition of sorts. But as soon as it materializes, it disappears. So after the footage appeared to distort on screen for a split second, the package on the ground zipped away from the camera, like it had a life of its own. And then the video ends. And also the account that posted the video didn't give us any other information. So, good package, good mail. Driving down an empty road at night can be creepy enough as it is. The last thing you need is a supernatural element added into the equation. But hey, who's gonna tell a ghost what to do? So one poor woman from Fresno was forced to deal with it when she appeared to have a ghostly sighting on January 22nd. Thankfully, she's got the footage, so everybody, including me, you, whoever else, we get to comment on it. So she shared the video after seeing the ghost while on her drive home from Table Mountain Casino, and she recorded it because, well, there was fog patches on the road. If you get into an accident, you want the insurance. As the car made its way around a long bend, what looked like a transparent figure suddenly appeared in the middle of the road and took a few steps towards the other lane. But then just as quickly as it appeared, the ghostly figure disappeared once again into the night as the car continued to approach. So the caption on the video reads, "Y'all see that?" The sighting took place at approximately 8:50 p.m. along Friant Road. Turns out it's a road that's been the site of numerous fatal accidents over the years. Just last year, a woman died after her car collided with a tow truck at around 1 a.m. at that crazy intersection. Also last year, a 50-year-old doctor and his wife died after crashing into a tree. So according to experts, legend suggests that the ghost of a former police officer patrols the road and pulls over cars to warn them about potential accidents. Because turns out, this officer is believed to have died on a stretch of the road in a car crash. So after people saw the footage of this latest ghostly sighting online, they had opinions. Somebody was like, yeah, that's definitely a ghost. And then somebody else was like, yeah, I've seen and heard many ghosts on that road. But then you've got the skeptics, because we gotta have some skeptics today. Somebody was like, oh, that's just dust kicked up by a breeze, or an oncoming car light reflecting fog. Look, some folks think the footage might even be edited, but like whatever the explanation for the footage, it definitely serves as a good reminder to, hey, be careful when you're driving. Just keep an eye out. Use your eyes, folks. Life after death is one of these several mysteries that have consistently generated human curiosity for like generations. Some believe in the existence of the soul after death, while others think that the soul of a dead family member wanders around, near and dear for a few days, even though there's no scientific proof. I believe it. I've had signs. CCTV footage from Michigan back in May created a stir on social media. Why? Well, we could see a ghostly figure appearing to be hovering over and staring at a sleeping person. So according to the report, a mysterious figure was captured on one of the security cameras of John Kripke, a Michigan resident, at his 100-year-old farmhouse. And the incident occurred a month following the death of the sleeping human grandfather. So the scary picture features a ghostly figure hovering over the youngest son, who's asleep on the floor. Now the figure was only captured by one of the cameras installed in the house, one that only takes snapshots instead of recording video. So Kripke shared the image on Facebook, and he's like, I don't know what I got. Literally said, I'm not sure what this is, but one of my inside cameras picked it up. Unfortunately, the inside system does not go into video mode, just snapshots of movement and sound. And to their knowledge, they've never been contacted from the other side or had any strange things happen to them in their house. But they live in a 100-year-old farmhouse, and they're like, yeah, I thought this was interesting. So once again, it hit the Facebook group, Ghost Caught on Camera, and folks have opinions. And mixed opinions at that. Well, a lot of folks believe it to be a spirit. Somebody else is like, maybe it's just a smudge on the camera. And other folks are like, maybe just get out of town. One of the users wrote that he looks like a gentleman, seeing as he's wearing a cap, and it seems like he is looking at the sun. They literally said, it looks like a gentleman, you can see the outline of his body, head, shoulders, arms, and he's wearing a hat. Another user thought it to be an elderly woman because of the kind of coat the spirit is wearing. And then somebody else was like, look, the face is so blurred, nothing is clear. What can you know? Well, that's all for today, folks. I've been Alexa, your resident ookie spooky girly. See ya!